wants to go run in a stream?
What the f? No! I want to be alive! I am alive! Alive, I tell you! Mother, I love you! I want to hold you! I want to run in a stream! I want to be alive!
The Rictacular Evening, a Rictacular event. Rick freaking Sanchez, the man who makes even the word miracle useless. He had done it this time. But can you blame him? They are the ones who pushed his buttons. I guess they didn't know he can push right back 1,000-fold. With the Intergalactic Federation gone, and the Citadel of Rick's powerless. Rick had basically killed 2 birds with 1 stone, well, 3 if you can count Jerry as a stone. Rick finally managed to make her daughter so desperate for his presence that she finally broke up with her own husband. With that, Rick finally took charge over the family, and with Beth about to spiral down the path of depression over the family's torn state, Rick has now replaced himself as the de facto patriarch of the household, meaning no limits, no house laws, and most importantly, he could finally have Morty for any and all adventures, no matter how dangerous. So after scaring his grandson away by yelling the Season 3 premiere in his ear for God knows WTF reason, Rick finally had time for himself. Okay garage, let's wrap this up, take Jerry off the family whitelist. But Rick, won't that make him subject to the strike zone of the home security defense system? Rick froze and began to stroke his chin. Wow, I totally didn't think about that. He noted. In that case, increase damage to certain death, you rotten devil, the garage quoted. You're not the first to call me that and you won't be the last. At this point, it's basically a compliment, Rick retorted as the garage AI shut down. He pulled his sit from his desk and sat down in front of his desk. Man, am I awesome, Rick complimented himself while yawning. You know what? Yeah, I am awesome, I'm a maverick, a freaking beast. I can do what I want, whenever I want. The universe is my fucking toilet and I can shit in it whenever the fuck I want. If gods existed, I'll be the god of gods. I mean, just look at me, in a few months, people are gonna be yelling for some old dipping sauce because of me. I'm gonna make the entire world worship pickles, and by that I mean me. So what if all that shit's already happened in canonical time? Who fucking cares? I could do it again if I felt like it. I'm freaking Rick, baby. I don't want nobody, I don't need nobo. Rick suddenly froze in the middle of his monologue. Diane, he uttered mentally, his head lowered down as he chuckled slightly, a teardrop visible in his eye. Huh, big man, big gadgets, big piece of shit, Rick condemned himself. To hell with this fucking world, garage, watch the shed, I'm gonna go for a drink. How long will you be gone? 24 hours, make it longer just in case, Rick ordered, leaving his garage. Rick, the garage called him back. What do you want? Don't overdo it. Rick paused his movements for a few minutes. You know, I gave you my wife's voice for a reason, but I think we both know that's not gonna happen. Goodbye. Good luck, Rick, take care with that. Rick got inside his flying vehicle and took off into the infinite void of space. 16 hours. This is Rick Sanchez. After hours and hours of Rick celebrating his victory across the multiverse, it was clear that Rick wasn't done. He went throughout multiple planets getting high, drunk, laid and outlawed, although the last one was already to note. Right now, Rick had already smoked 2,000 different kinds of drugs, drank 200 different space whiskeys and 350 different space vodkas, and slept with over 700 different women, mainly outlaws, alien royals, and one in particular, a talking planet. However, Rick still couldn't scratch that uneasy feeling from earlier. Planet 25,8069762. Rick made it to the proclaimed Heaven's Gate of drugs. A small sandwich shop called the best sandwich in the galaxy. He dashed through the giant frog cashiers and an alien man in a suit eating a sandwich. He passed through the back door, and was immediately met by a mosquito man known as Vermigerber, who was being guarded by 2 giant frogs, each sitting on either side of him. Hey, are you Vermigerber? Oh yeah? And who's asking? Just some guy who wants to get fucked up. I heard you have the best stash in the galaxy, one in particular that'll leave you less likely to survive if you're dumb enough to take it. Oh yeah, and what makes you think you can handle it, Rick Sanchez? If you think knowing my name is going to shock me, then you're off track. I'm the smartest man in the universe, and I'm pretty sure the author wrote my name in bold just to make feel good about yourself, Rick retorted. Okay then, Rick, Vermigerber said, as he motioned to one of men, who brought forth a small pink packet. Anthrax, the strongest drug in the galaxy, Vermigerber said. What does it do? Does it drive you insane? Make your burps tongue pink. Oh no, Rick. Worse. Far much worse. That sounds exotic. How, burps, worse? Rick asked. You'll know after you somehow manage to survive it, tough guy, Vermigerber and the rest of the stuff chuckled. Rick took some time to think about it. Is erasing a little bit of depression really worth this? Oh, who am I kidding? Of course it was. Very well then, how much does it cost? Rick asked. For you, Rick, free of charge last time I checked. Wanted drug lords don't give free candy to vulnerable kids unless they've got something stuck up their ass. What's the catch? Just a matter of interest. Also, to speed up the plot a little, I think readers have waited long enough for the crossover part to happen. With that, Rick Sanchez took the packet and put it in his pocket. Thanks. Now if you excuse me, I'm gonna go buy some of your lamé sandwiches. I'm starving like hell. Audio suckers. Rick came out of the room and sat right in front of the counter. The waiter came to him with a sandwich. Just as he was biting on it, a man came by and sat next to him. I see you're also not from around here. My name is Tony. I could say the same about you. You're, burp, one season early, he said, shaking the man's hand. I'm Rick Sanchez. A convenient amount of time for it to be night passed, and Rick was finally alone in the middle of space, right after dropping Tony at his home planet. However, Rick's memory of Diane's death didn't pass. This frustrated Rick a lot, to a point where he started to overdose himself in the car, to a point where it may have finally worked, as his mind was totally blank. Rick, drunk, then took out his portal gun. You're stressed too, aren't you, little guy? Well, don't you worry, Papa Rick got you covered, he said, caressing the gun in his chin. He then took out the anthrax packet, and poured it into the charge of the pocket. This caused pink lightning to surge around the portal's gun, as the charge slowly became brown. Rick fired the portal gun, creating a portal big enough to fly him and his vehicle. While the portal was green as usual for universes within the central finite curve, there was red lightning around it, a bad sign, but one that Rick took for granted as he went through anyway, not knowing the universes he was about to wind up in. Wester/Wester/AN Animeverse, DxD.
That's the way. Raise